coming right down to the last round of matches. That's how good this tournament has been. Senegal against Algeria, win or bust. South Africa against Ghana, win or bust. Gentlemen, massive games tomorrow, Tunde.
Well, as it stands, even if Senegal loses, they've qualified for the knockout phase. But they just like to go comfortably through with a draw just to ensure their position.
Are you sure Senegal is sure?
Yeah, they have 4 points in this group, followed by Ghana, who have 3. Algeria also have 3. South Africa also have 1.
If they lose to Algeria,
and South Africa somehow beat Ghana
massively, then Senegal will be going home.
Yeah, South Africa beat Ghana massively. This is South Africa, and are struggling to even.
We are looking at mathematical chance now. No, but amazing. This is also going down to the wire. Everything to fight for. All these teams still have some chance of going through.
Yeah, this team was tagged the group of death, even though the South African sports minister said they are going to rise
above death.
Rise above death tomorrow.
Because they are Lazarus.
So Senegal, coming back after going down to the Bafana of South Africa, like we said, the same issue with South Africa that happened to Burkina Faso. You create chances and you don't put them away. And in football, when you don't do that, you are going to regret. That is what has happened in this tournament. I think the strikers have simply gone to sleep. And for this group, you need to win. Ghana, South Africa is going to be, the biggest battle of that group. Because the Ghanaians...
Even Senegal, Algeria.
Let me even put a small historical perspective. You remember South Africa 96? Who defeated Ghana in the semi-final?
South Africa 1-0. They've always beaten Ghana.
Was it 3-0?
They beat Ghana 3. South Africa beat Ghana 1-0.
It was 1-0, and the Ghanaians have never forgotten. This is a fantastic chance for them to get one over the South Africans. But if they take revenge too seriously, they might just end up being soccer players.
Let them just go and get a win for their own sake, not for revenge. Go and take out the Ghanaians.
A draw will take the Ghanaians through as well.
But after Ghana produced that last gasp effort against Algeria to get all 3 points, you feel that they are back on track. It will take some stopping. It will take some stopping when Ghana hit the right form. All right, let me spend some minutes, gentlemen, to read a few comments on Twitter. Salahuddin Olatunji says, good work, guys. Greeting you guys. He says, I wish Wilfred speedy recovery. That's what he says. Vicky Olayemi says, I'm watching you from Akure. It's sad that the Rock is no more. That's the young lad we talked about, young and vibrant. May his soul rest in peace. So sad. Just thinking about it enough is enough to move on to tears. Ahmed Adeyemi at Wale_Pluto says, I'm watching you guys from Sweden. Every time you speak about AFCON, it's like a dagger to my skin.
Oh, wow.
He says we should limit our discussions to Nigeria alone.
Let's
not talk about that grow a thick skin.
Or wear armor.
That's what he says. All right, but it's good for us to talk about it so that we can bounce back from our failures. Bidini Talatu, at Bidini Talatu, who is also regular now, watching us all the time from Italy, says, I enjoin our footballers to declare one-day prayer for Wilfred and wish him quicker recovery. All right, we need to do more than pray. Whatever support we can give this guy, let him also feel that we are honoring him the way his clubs.
The Bible says walk and pray.
Work and pray, the way the clubs have done it.
Yeah.
We can also do the same for Wilfred. Alex from Italy says, when will Keshi's contract be renewed? That's the question we're posing. The NFF have come out to tell us, look, we've settled on Keshi, so let us get cracking. That's the message. Let's get cracking. There's no time to waste. June 6th, we'll play. June 16th, we have another game. We don't need to start badly. We know what it means to start badly.
Oh, yes.
We know where we are right now
because
we didn't start well. So I think the NFF have gotten the message and they should do it. Ajagun F. Clement at Clement Ajagun 1 says, so sad, we will surely miss Musa Abdullahi, one of our sports icon. Darlington Amadi, I beg your pardon, at Elodal says the NFF should be more involved in the lives or deals of our ex-stars and heroes more proactively than reactive. Adieu, coach. Okay? My thoughts and prayers go to Wilfred. Get well soon. That's coming from at Asuni Adeshola. What a big loss. May so rest in peace. Musa Abdullahi. That's coming from Cisco Adeyemi as well. Okay? I think that's where we'll pause a little bit. Let's go on a quick break now. Let's take you to Australia. Not for tennis. Let's take you to Australia for the Asian Cup. That's their version of the Nations Cup. And it's been one fantastic, entertaining tournament. Let's bring you highlights of South Korea beating Iraq to book their place in the final. And then we'll come back to be Adepoju, will join us on Sports Tonight. All right, some highlights for you from the Asian Cup. South Korea through to the final after beating Iraq. Before I come to you guys, we've made a change in the studios. Toby Adepoju has joined us. Toby Koike has gone to work behind the scene. Toby is still in very, very sober mood because he was particularly very close to Peter Ishekigbe, The Rock. But I'm going to allow him to just hold himself a little bit. Let me go to Twitter and read a few comments and then come to Toby later on. Ibidowe Oweife, our good friend, who is watching us from Port Harcourt, says it's unfortunate Agbon Ebare is in this situation. My thoughts are with him. The NFF should come in for him at this time. Momo Sani Momodu at M. Momodu says, may the soul of Musa Abdullahi rest in peace. We have Paul John, who is watching us from Budapest, says if Keshi, the big boss, is ready to work with the FA again, then they should go on and not waste any more time. That's coming from Paul John, who is watching us from Budapest. I think that's Hungary. Yeah, that's where he's watching us from. Let's come now. Toby Adepoju has joined us. We'll talk about the Super Six currently going on in Abuja. But let me tell you that while that's going on, we are expecting a call from Egypt. Remember, Nigeria is in Egypt as we speak for the IWTF African Senior Championships, the qualifiers for the World Championship that will be taking place in China in April. We are hoping to be able to connect with Lekon Okusan, who is in Egypt, in Cairo, to give us an update on how Team Nigeria is faring at that tournament. Once we are able to establish contact with Lekon, we'll go across to him, and then he will be filling us in with all of that on the show. So once I think the signals are beginning to come, but I'm not very sure yet if the signals are coming through yet. But once we are able to establish contact with him, clearly we'll get him on Sports Tonight. While we wait for that, Toby, let's go to Abuja. What's going on? Day 2, Super 6. Let me start with this one. What would you say about the concept of having 6 teams this time instead of the usual 4? The 2 national teams have brought plenty of quality to this competition. Yeah,
really, Tony, I think it's very, very interesting and very, very good. You know, don't forget the 4 clubs who will be competing on the African continent club competition, and they will be playing against the very best of club side in Africa, and also for the 2 national teams, also the Nigeria under-20 and also for the drill team. They've not, you know, the NFF have not been able to get, you know, these teams, you know, top friendly matches from other countries, apart from Dream to travel to Tunisia over the weekend. For the Flying Eagles, they'll be playing some domestic, you know, teams in the league, and I think this tournament has really, really exposed them. You know, playing against the top players from the league. I mean, you know, when you face the likes of Udoji, the likes of Theophilus Afeloka, these are top players from the league. It gives you a lot of confidence, and when you get to the tournament proper, it's really, you know, really count and you know make them to have a very good performance in the tournament. And for the continental clubs also, I think they really learned a lot of lessons. They have been slow. The key thing here is starting preparation late will always hamper you. You know, it will always hurt you. And I think I've heard Sally Ngoma talk about how they started late. Imagine if this competition does not come up. How do you go on the continent and you fail to represent Nigerian well? And I think they really need to learn. You know, the CAF calendar is very clear. It's run from January to December. So we need to amend things. And also for the club, they need to amend, you know, their programs to make sure they balance things with the pre-season and also the